in betweening in Toon Boom Harmony frame by frame. What the heck? Yeah, we have this. Bam. This first half is done. Now I have to in between from here to here and then slowing from this frame to the next one. Let's go. Today, music of today is Guns N' Roses. So, let's go. I'm ready for this. So, here, this is a breakdown. Poop, breakdown. Frame in the middle. Today is a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. So let's start in between here. Bam, 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 bam. See? Now, just enable the only things that I need from here, which is the frame and the color card. So let's go. I'm going to start with the part that I want. So this leg is going to become that thing there. Boom. So in 3D. I'm seeing this thing coming towards camera like this, and then boom, going all the way like that. Wait. There you go, boom. Awesome. And which arc is this doing? Bam, 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 bam. Okay. Let me reduce the size of this brush. Awesome, progressively revealing those shapes there. Don't you cry! Boom. And then I've been thinking, like, because these videos are so long and this so much of the same thing, if I should just work and show you how I work, or should I say something? I have no idea. It also requires a lot of mental energy to do both at the same time. Boom. But maybe we can. Maybe we can. Maybe the weekend. Bam. Boom. So, I'm in betweening. This is so boring, dude. This is so boring, dude. Today, wake up. I went to prepare my breakfast. And of course, I opened TikTok while I was eating my breakfast. And the first thing that appears was a video of an old TV, like the TVs from the 90s. I'm from the 98, so I'm old. And they were playing on this 90s TV this band Taking Back Sunday, and I just started listening to the songs because I love that band. And then eventually I was like, you know what? I would love to start the day listening to a concert. And then I just put a concert, I think it's in Sydney, Miles Kennedy with a Slash. Dude, I love that dude. I fucking love that. I fucking love both Slash and Miles Kennedy. And when I was listening to Miles singing and Slash playing guitar, I was like, heck yeah, dude, that's live, dude. That's live, dude. Enjoying, living, feeling the songs. I used to envy a lot the musician's career. It's like, wow. Of course, this I feel like it can be also very overwhelmed and complicated at sometimes. Imagining going around the world and having to wake up to catch an airplane. Dude, a lot of stuff. It's not easy. But one of the main things that I not envy, but I really admire from the musicians is the possibility of like They enjoy the process of doing the stuff. They enjoy the act of playing music. They get lost in the act of playing music. And sometimes when I was starting animation, I felt a lot. Like the only reason that I want to animate is for the final result. The only reason that I want to animate is because I want to see the final piece of animation done. And the process was so overwhelming, so frustrating for me that, dude, sometimes I will just give up in an animation or just being like, dude, this animation is killing me. I don't want to continue with this. But listening to Miles Kennedy singing, dude, it's just there. He doesn't exist in another part of the world more than in any other place that is in that place where he is singing. And the amazing thing is that these singers can take you to the present moment with them when they're singing, because when we are grabbed by their music, we just get lost too. We just get lost with them. We forget about our problems. We forget about our lives. They forget they're doing music. They're just, dude, they're just enjoying. And that's something that little by little I'm trying to achieve here in my animation process. I think I'm not there yet. I want to close the gap between how I feel, how a musician will feel playing or performing, with the idea of being an animator and being able to feel like performing while animating, not only enjoying when animation is done, but also enjoying the sounds super, like almost like the same shit, like everyone enjoy the process. Hey, get out of here. Now there should be something else, because if this is an artistic career, then there should be something else. And I think we find that by not trying to find that. I feel that will come eventually, as we improve our relationship with this medium, as we start doing things that we like, not for the sake of work, but for the sake of even communication. Even communication, dude. I think what we're doing at the end of the day is communication. Maybe that's something that I learned when I was a graphic designer. It's like, dude, if this bumper that you are animating, or if this graphic piece that you are designing, it doesn't communicate properly, then, dude, this product will not be able to sell, or the people will not be able to be aware of at what time this show is going to be reflected on the TV. And I remember that I had to be very careful, and I was very loose with the things that when I was younger, I was like very loose with the things that I was doing. I remember doing bumpers for TV, and and I was putting like news, like the news, like a bumper for the news, and I put that on Sunday, 4 p.m. Nah. And my boss came running to my office like, dude, we're transmitting this. You put news on Sunday. Yes, there are no news on Sunday. And I was like, oh shit, so sorry, dude. So that gave me some lessons that I'm carrying right now in my life. And is that what we're doing right now is communication. That's what we're doing. Art is a form of communication. So what the heck I was saying this? What does it have to do with Miles Kennedy? I don't know. I think they are communicating something even beautiful than just a story or a commercial. There's something else there. There's something magical there. What the heck are we doing here? What is the thing that we're doing here in animation? I think I'm having fun. I think in animation I am having fun. I think in animation I'm having fun. I cannot find another reason why I will do this. Bam. 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 Slow in and then up. Bam. So there you go. Boom. I once heard for a storyboarding supervisor, I think it was from a studio in Toronto, that he said, we are already on a risky career, so why not going all in? Why not doing crazy stuff, very ambitious stuff? If we're already in an ambitious career, if we're already in a risky career like it's animation, if you're planning to do animation, why not going with a crazy idea? Why not going with a crazy stuff that you want to bring to life? And that really stuck with me. Because if we are already in this risky career, dude, why not making my own short films? Why not putting out there my own ideas? Maybe by doing so, I'll feel closer to what Miles can feel with a microphone singing or Slash with a guitar. That's something that I think a lot. The spacing here. Okay, what the heck I'm doing here? Okay, cool. That's a risk. Talking while animating, that's a risk. But I'm cool. I really love to talk about these things. Yesterday I was talking with a friend too about what it means to be a professional. Because one of our teachers from college, he gave us advice of, you know what, after you finish college, you should treat yourself as a professional. Meaning like not working for free or just, dude, being consider yourself as a professional and behaving like a professional so you can attract any possibilities or just start standing like so. But this friend was like telling me like, yeah, I still don't know what it means to be a professional, and I'm like, right, there are many factors that influence on that idea of being a professional. For example, he was telling like, yeah, I'm working only on amateur productions, so, and I'm also not earning too much money. So he was saying that, and I was like, oh, interesting. So money is a factor. Quality of production is a factor. Skills, I do feel, is also a factor. There's people that also like maybe are not like the most. Their skills are not the best, but they're still working on productions. So there are many factors: skills, production quality, money, and also behaviors. I think behaviors is a huge one, because are we behaving ourselves as are we behaving as professionals, or are we behaving as amateurs? This is something that I love from this dude Steven Pressfield. He wrote the War of Art. The War of Art. And I hear in one podcast that he mentioned being professional is about behaviors. It's about behaving like a professional. He even prayed to a muse or something like that. That's cool. Well, that's cool. If that's cool for him, that's cool. But the thing is that I think most of the things are about behaviors. And then once you behave in some way, you start creating habits that will habits that will help you build opportunities or will help you get opportunities that our professional have. For example, bam. For example, dude, if you're working, if you feel like, I don't feel like working for a studio is necessarily a medal or a certification that you get like, oh, you're a professional right now. I feel you could start behaving like a professional with your personal projects, even with your personal progress. If you're just starting, you can behave like a professional by having a schedule, by being able to if you say something that you're going to do something, to do that, because being a professional is super subjective and have many factors around that. But you know what, that something for me that is more valuable than being professional or something like that is to develop discipline and a good work ethic. I feel like developing discipline and a good work ethic is even valuable than any certification or any type of title that you can put in your LinkedIn profile, like working here or this. Should be a work title like, work ethic 80%, discipline 65%. And then you start increasing that little by little as you get experiences, not only with work but also with personal projects. And guess what? That's the idea. Imagine if you're in your LinkedIn profile, your skills of work ethic and discipline can evolve over time, and you can control that by the amount of you can control that not only through the opportunities that you have out there, but also in your personal projects. And that's the truth. That's the truth. Like, you train those two virtues, skills. You can train that not necessarily by working on a job, or you shouldn't be waiting to work on a job to start training your discipline, to start training your work ethic. And that's something that you can do by your own. And I feel that's even more valuable. That's even more valuable. I remember I was looking to hire for people on a project that I was working on, that I was directing. And I was interviewing people from different places, from people who work on different shows. And I remember the thing that I was the thing that I was looking at is like, there are people, like, for example, if they mention a problem they have, they will immediately come to a solution or come to a way of how they solve that issue. It's like, for example, yeah, you know what? At this time in the afternoons, I'll not be available. I'll not. It's different to say, like, for example, in the afternoons, I don't have time in the afternoons, and I'm like, okay, what do I do with that? But they are like, you know what? I don't have time in the afternoons because I work in this other place. But don't worry, because in the mornings I'm very active, and during the mornings I'll be able to reply super fast, and during the afternoons, if I take some time, it's because of this. But I'm willing to put the work during the morning. And when I hear that type of things, I'm like, amazing. I can rely on this person. And that sounds like this person also have the work ethic to accomplish what he want, the milestone that I am asking this person to accomplish during that period of time. It's not like, you know what, I'm working on the afternoons, so it's a bit difficult for me. It's like, okay, and what, you want me to give you a solution about that? No, dude. So that's, for me, more important. Like, instead of LinkedIn, instead of seeing in LinkedIn things like, I work here, I work for that many years here, dude, would love to see I would love to see in LinkedIn if someday, like, maybe AI can figure it out how much percentage of work ethic and discipline a person have, and then can just be there. And I'll be like, oh, this person 90% of work ethic, that's crazy, hire that dude immediately, because you know that you can rely on that dude, and he will be able to meet deadlines and all of that. And that's something that you can train without being without necessarily waiting for someone to give you a job opportunity. There you go. Some data there. So behaviors. So I was mentioning Steven Springfield. That's the name of that dude, right? That dude. It's all about behaviors. At the mornings, he knows that he have to work at this time to this time. So he sits, he works, he writes what he have to write because he's a writer. Highly recommended that book, The War of Art. And then after that, I think he saved what he wrote on a CD and he put that CD on his truck, just in case there is a fire or something in the house. The CD is protected there. If I am remembering properly, maybe I hope I'm not saying bullshit, but that's the idea. It's like, dude, you know who is the one who's going to tell if you're a professional or not? Yourself, your consciousness. That's the only one. And that's a cool thing. That's a cool thing because when you talk with people, when you talk with clients, when you talk with the studios, you don't talk with them like you don't talk with them like please no. You talk with them like, hey, how can I help you? We are artists. We are artists. And even going further in this in this industry in the industry stuff, we're not only artists. We are service providers. We're service providers. We're collaborators. And we collaborate with the studios. We collaborate with clients. We are not asking for opportunities. We are helping them. And that's very important. And of course, if you don't have the work ethic, if you don't have the work ethic, if you don't have the discipline, if you don't know, one thing is knowing is having the certainty that you can do the work, and that is all about the skills. And the other certainty that you have is that you're able to be compromises with the work and being able to deliver that work. And if you're insecure, or if you feel as an imposter, like this imposter syndrome when you're talking with clients and when you're talking with the studios, two things. Either your skills doesn't meet the level and you feel insecure about it, and the other one, you haven't developed the work ethic and the discipline, so you don't see that you don't know if you're capable of delivering. You don't know if you're capable of delivering, and that's huge. Huge. Being capable of delivering is as huge as being able to also being good at your work. And the only way to train that, I think, to put it very practically, is to develop your discipline and work ethic not only through work or opportunities, but also through putting yourself to personal challenges, personal projects that you know that you can accomplish, that you can complete. Get to know yourself better under deadlines. Get to know yourself better under challenging situations. So when you have these people in front of you, you're not like, but you're like, how can I help you? And you sit next to each other. You sit next to a dude that is interviewing in a studio. You sit next to a client or in front of a Zoom call, and you are not like, give me the job, but you're like, how can I help you? Because that's what we're doing. We're helping people. We are providing services. And that's huge. Huge. So here to here, the spacing, bam. Awesome. And the nose. Dude, how long is this video? 25, and I'm still in the same frame. Okay, let's talk about animation for a bit. Bam bam, see how he's snapping there? That's awful. Okay, the volume here is increasing. Teeth, 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 tooth. Dude, I always confuse those words. Bam. Look at that hair. Bam. Also, this hair might not work too much because I am animating right now like this, and I'm seeing some thing changes, which is cool. Now, look at this. I'm going to add a new layer here, and I'm going to grab a color here. This is green. And I'm going to track this part of the nose. Just to track here the spacing. Cool. How can we make this more beautiful? This one should be here, so we go like this. Yeah, I think I can simplify all of this in one arc like this, instead of going like this. Otherwise, I can do something like this too. I can do that no, I'm going already out there. Yeah, let's simplify all of this arc like this. So guess what? This point will be here, and this one will be here. I feel I can spread this a bit towards the inside. Cool. This is how I check my spacing. And then what I do, come here. Let's see how much this, if I move all of this, how much will this affect the entire animation? Yeah. No, you know what? Let me see if I can simplify this arc in another way. Okay, I feel this one here instead. Let me come and see all the shit that I did. Boom, 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 boom. This should move forward. This one should move forward. Ah! I have my coffee here. Oof. It's cold. Let's go again with that one. I think this could go towards the front a bit. Okay, this one. Concentration. I think what I said, I think that is the value of this video. Let's focus on animation, guys. Let's focus on animation. It reminds me of childhood memories. God. The volume is increasing here too much. Dude, okay, focus. Sweet child of mine. Bam, 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 bam. Can you believe the same guy that I was talking a few minutes ago is right now making the guitar solo sounds with the mouth? To those eyes. I like that he's turning here a bit towards that side. Whoa, 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 whoa. Cool, 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 cool. Let's go to another part. I'll go back then. There's no other way to sing those guitar solos. Oops. Music makes me happy, dude. That's it. Whoa, sweet child of mine. Boom. Oh, let's go, let's go, let's go. Whoa, sweet child of mine. Ooh, yeah. Come on. C curve. C here too. Come on, my dude. Awesome, awesome. Boom. Where do we go now? Oh, where do we go? Oh, where do we go now? Where do we go now? Ay, 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 ay. Beautiful. Ah! There you go. Cool. Let's see how we're doing in general. Decent. Welcome to the jungle! I will need a lot of frames. This is going to take a lot of fucking time now. Welcome to the jungle. Can I rig this? No. Nah, I'll be awful if I rig this shit. I will hate the process of rigging this shit. I think the beautifulness here is just to feel that stuff. Okay, let's make this more fluid. Welcome to the jungle! What the heck is happening here? I'm gonna watch you bleed! It's time to make a call. It's time to make a call. I have to call a friend to help me clean this. I don't see myself cleaning this. I'll be like, hello? I've been thinking about the idea of recording YouTube videos with a friend of mine. He's the most funny person that I've ever met in my fucking life. And I don't know, it would be fun if we have a series of videos together. If I someday have a studio, that dude will be my CEO. No, actually, I'm going to be the CEO, and he's the COO. The difference between CEO and COO. Henry, what's the difference between the CEO and the CEO? According to finance, I think that the COO is the one that is in charge more of the financial, technical support stuff of things. And the CEO is the face of the things that makes all the networks, all the marketing and all the stuff. And we were thinking about the idea of this studio. And he was going to be the one that takes care of the finances. And I take care about the creative part of the studio. And yeah. We even have a name for the studio. A lot of crazy stuff. I hope I didn't bullshit that neither. Those definitions. But there you go. It's gonna bring you down. How can I merge these two? Welcome to the jungle. There you go, merged. Okay, let's work on this between here. Yeah, this is chill. So we can go back to the convo. Work ethic, discipline. Not putting excuses. Just knowing how to deliver. I think that's a huge thing. Know how to deliver. There's a degree of maturity and all of this stuff, in which you can tell when people just keep being kids, or they're already like kind of like treating themselves like adults, and that have to do a lot with excuses. Like, you know, kids when we were kids, we were like, our mom or dad, dude, why you didn't do that? And you're like, oh, because of this. The kids justify themselves every time. The kids doesn't take responsibility because they don't have to. Most of the time, all the responsibility have to do with the parents. So funny, dude. I just remember something that one of my best friends told me. Like, his dad, my friend, his dad was like critical think. his dad was crazy. So the teacher called the dad of my friend because my friend was like not doing good in high school or in the school. I think he was in the school. That was a school. And the friends called his dad, and his dad told them like, hey, he listened to all the things that the teacher was complaining about my friend, and he was like, next time, don't call me, talk to him, because I think he know how to deal with it. He will not. He's already mature enough to know how to deal with the things. I mean, he was a little kid. But you see the grade of responsibility that put on his song, and being like, you know what? You're responsible for this. Get me out of here. And he just, well, maybe he didn't care at all, but just bringing this with the example of like, kids never take responsibility. Because they don't have to. Most of the responsibility is like the dad. Even if the daddy, if the kid is not well behaved in high school, most of the time it's because in the home, he's not receiving the values or the education needed to just behave well on school. I was a mess in school. I was a mess in school. But guess what? There's some responsibility there for the parents too. But yeah, connecting this with the idea of like, you know what? Kids are the one that complains. Kids are the one that doesn't take responsibility for anything about their actions. And guess what? It's super sad to see adults that behave like kids, in the sense that they don't take responsibility of what they're doing. If you have a job, if you have a work, and if you have to deliver in 2 weeks and you don't deliver, it's like, hey dude, what's up? What's happening? Or just with a sense of not communicating. Just with a sense of not communicating, dude. If you're compromising with someone and you're having issues during the process, just with the fact of communicating, it's like, you know what, hey, I'm going to have a delay during this week because this and this, and I'm going to solve this by doing this during these days of the week. Every fucking human being will love you. Dude, that's what an adult, a mature person does. But appearing one day before and being like, dude, I screwed up, sorry. Yeah, and what we're going to do? Okay, I was expecting you to tell me that. No, dude. No, be proactive. Be proactive. Be proactive. Be proactive. Be proactive. And you know what's the funny part about all of those things? That all of this is a game. All of this is a game, and you just have to know how to play the game. And the game doesn't define you. You are not the game. You just have to learn how to play the game, and once you play the game, you're like a chess master. You just play around, and your ego doesn't get in the middle of this game, because you know that this is a game and you are a human being apart, detached from your job, detached from your career, detached from everything. And you're like, I have to give someone the reason to do this. Cool, I think this is part of the game. Or you know what? I have to talk with this person, or maybe, even if you screw up at a delivery or something, you know what? Okay, I screw up this part of the game. How can I solve this? How can I solve this part of the game? Okay, let's have a combo. Let's have a conversation. Boom. Hey, you know what? I screw up so bad, and I feel shit about this because the way that I screw up, and I am planning to fix this by taking these actions. But not only that, I will also like to do this for free to you because I screw up in this way, and I feel this will add value to you and your company. They will give you a kiss with tongue. Dude, so that's the idea, dude. That's the idea. Learn how to play the game. So you're not scared of the result of the game, and you will know how to play in different situations. Learn how to play the game. And one of the main rules of learning how to play this game is that you are not the game. You are not the game, and the game doesn't define you. You are you. You are a human being. And the game is the game. You just have to learn how to play the game, and then you move forward from there. Like, for example, being able to receive feedback from other people. Part of the game. Part of the game, my dude. Part of the game. And guess what? Every person is different. Every person is different. Every person will have a different way of giving feedback. And you'll be living in different situations, in different scenarios, in different type of projects. So guess what? The type of feedback that you receive will be different from person to person. So guess what? Not everyone will be super cheeky kind with you. Some people doesn't have the skills or the ability to treat with people, and they'll be like a little bit tough. It doesn't mean like they're bad, but sometimes people is tough. It doesn't mean they're bad, or they're wanting to just screw up with you. No, some people is tough, and I love tough people. I love tough people because I'm able to explore. I'm able to play the game. They make the game more interesting. It's like when you're playing, I don't know, Batman, the Arkham games, and you have all the enemies around, and you're used to fighting with all of them. Pa, 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 pa. But then appears someone with a shield, with a huge shield, and they're huge, like type of juggernauts. And you're like, holy shit, how I play with it, how I fight with this. But you just use the same tools in a different way. You sometimes have to jump towards the back, so the back doesn't have the skull, doesn't have the shield, and you can attack on the back, pum 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 pum, and then that's it. But you're pressing the same buttons. You're pressing the same buttons. And that's what makes a game beautiful, because there's different kind of people in this world, and just being able to treat with different kind of people, that's what makes the game interesting. This is a game, dude. I have no better explanation to tell this is a game. So we're going back to the idea of feedback. Going back to the ideas of feedback. Dude, if you know that you're playing a game, and if someone gives you feedback, we cannot ask for people to don't criticize our work in some specific way, or just the way that we like to be criticized our work. Not at all. Not at all. And that's a wake-up call for the people. Hey dude, no. The fact that we're doing cartoons, and the fact that this is funny and all of that, and this is beautiful and all of that, it doesn't mean it doesn't wait. It doesn't mean that we're not going to find people in our path that is going to push our skills in different ways. So stop taking this personal, because this is a job. This is a game. This is a game. This is a game. And guess what? Every enemy that you fight, those aren't either enemies, dude. Every challenge that you face, it's just going to make you better at the game. But if you just want to play the game at your terms, dude, you're the Lulu. You're fucking the Lulu. We don't play these games at your terms. No. We don't play these games neither at my terms. No. And who put the rules of the games? That's the funny thing. I think that's what we all have in common. We all don't know what the heck we're doing here in this world. I think that's the main thing that we all have in common. We all think we all portray ourselves like, yeah, we know what we're doing. Yeah, we might know what we're doing in some kind of field or something, but at the end of the day, we don't have any idea what we're doing here in this world. So who put the games? Fuck yours, who put the games. Just learn how to play the game. It's like, dude, you're not thinking who put the juggernauts on Batman, or who put this, or who put these enemies on this game. No, you're just beating the shit out of the challenges, and you are learning and you're enjoying the game. So don't waste time thinking about, dude, who put the rules? Why the rules have to be like this? No, the rules are there. Learn how to play the rules. Play the game. And detach yourself from the game. Detach your identity from the game. So you can play it freely. You can play it and just sometimes have fun. And sometimes being able to fight back. With detachment. And with a clear mind. And you know what the most funny part is? That you choose to play the game. You choose to play Batman. Yes? Yes, sir! You choose to play Batman. It's like you could play FIFA, you could play Call of Duty, you could be an architect, you could be a scientist, you could be a teacher, you could be I don't know, a soccer player, you could be a basketball player. And for me, that's opening the PS2, boop, and then looking for the game. Which game I'm going to play? Call of Duty? No. FIFA Street? No. Batman? Let's play Batman. You took the CD, you put the CD in the middle of your finger, you have your CD here, and you put it on top of your PS2. I am old. Boop, click, click, cup down, boop, loading. And guess what? 10 years from now, you look back and you or you're right now in the present and you're complaining like, ooh, why the industry have to be like this, or why this have to be like this, or this have to be like this, or this have to be... Dude, you remember who put that game? You put that game. So guess what? Let's play Batman. Let's play fucking Batman. And the cool thing is, like, when you're detaching, you know that you're playing a game. You know that you're playing Batman. You know that if a level in Batman is getting too complicated, you can just turn off the PlayStation. Henry, but that's not the thing. I cannot just quit my job. I cannot. Actually, you can. Yeah, but Henry, I have a family. Well, there you go. Let's keep playing Batman, keep doing my best, and keep doing our best, dude. And we can enjoy the game of Batman just by playing Batman and not complaining about the game that we're playing because we choose to play that game. And you know the beautiful thing? It's like, I get tired of playing Batman. I get tired of playing Batman. I even get tired... I get tired of playing Batman. I even get tired of playing PS2. That's why I'm doing all of this. I get tired of playing Batman and I get tired of playing the PS2. So I bought a Nintendo Wii. The Nintendo Wii have different controllers, have different games. And right now, I'm doing that because guess what? I didn't like to play Batman. I didn't like to play the PS2. So I'm playing a different game right now. And I'm enjoying it right now. I mean, who knows? Maybe in 10 days from now, 10 years from now, I might be playing, I don't know. That's the cool thing about life. Like, after Nintendo Wii, another Nintendo will appear. After PS2, the PS3 appeared. Then the PS4, PS5. I don't think I'm going to be playing the same game all game all my life. I'll get bored. I'll get bored. And you know what I love more than the games that I play, or more than playing games? The player. I love myself. I love my life. So guess what? Dude. If tomorrow if tomorrow I buy I don't know, a boat, and I want to start fishing, and I want to start talking about fishing, I'll do it. You know why? Because I don't get identified with the game. I am not Batman. Batman is not my game. I'm not the first person to play Batman. I don't want to be the first player playing Batman. I'm doing the same thing that you guys are doing here. Trying to find a meaning in this life. If we are already here, let's figure out something to do. Let's figure out something to do. And the cool thing about all of this is that we can translate experiences to everything that we're doing. Like the work ethic and discipline that I gain, that I earn here by becoming an animator, is something that will always be with me, and always in something that I can use on anything that I can do in my life. Because you can collect job titles, you can collect, I don't know, a list of projects that you worked on. But if in every project that you worked on you complain, if in every project that you worked on you complain, you suffered, you didn't enjoy, and you as a person, you didn't grow at all, only your skills, once you realize that you are not the game, dude, that's super awful. Because the points that really count in this life are those points that we earn in our real character. The work ethic, the discipline, how much we help others. I think that's a real game. I think that's a real game. I think that's a real game. I was going to start doing casino analogies, but nah. I want to keep this serious. That's why I love my friend Jorge. That dude, he only worked on normal jobs. Like, he worked only in a gas station. He only worked on a store selling stuff. But that dude have learned so much about life, about dealing with people, treating people. That dude, I respect that dude a lot, a lot, a lot, a lot. More than people that have achieved stuff. 'Cause that dude really sacrificed a lot from other people. He really sacrificed a lot to help other people. knocking on heaven's door. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. This is the last frame. And then we are moving forward on another video. Good talk, good talk, good talk. I don't know with whom I'm talking here. Knocking on heaven's door. Enjoy, dude, enjoy, 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 enjoy. Enjoy. Become your best friend. Become your best friend. The way that you treat your best friends, treat yourself. Well, if you treat them kindly, right? If you don't treat them well, then don't be your best friend. But treat yourself like if you were like the best friend that you love. I'm very grateful. I'm very grateful for having them. I'm very grateful. You know, one of the most beautiful things that I heard one time from one of my friends. I was so sad. I was so sad. I was so bad that once this friend told me, and he was seeing me, that I couldn't express myself. I couldn't say what I wanted to say. And he was like, dude, he told me like, dude, I just want to let you know that you don't owe me any tears. That was beautiful, dude. That was beautiful. You don't owe me any tears. That is beautiful. And that's something that just recently I have two besties. That's two besties. And the other day that was something that told me one of them, and the other day I was talking with my other friend. And normally this dude is the one who all me gives me advices and all that stuff. And he was going through a difficult situation. And I told him like, dude, I just want to let you know something that a friend of mine told me. And it's that you don't owe me any tears. And then he starts crying. Like I did when my friend told me that. And sometimes that is more valuable than all the things that I've been talking on this video. Just having someone to listen to. Someone that you can say like, dude, you don't owe me any tears. And this is a space for you. I'm here for you. If you need to cry, if you need to talk, I'm here for you. Choose your warriors. Choose your warriors. Because those warriors are the ones that are going to be there for you. Always. The game is just a game. The game is just a game. The game is just a game. And I hope these videos, at the beginning I remember recording these videos and I'm like, I'm not teaching you. And then I went more into that side. But at the end of the day, I think what I would really love is for you to don't be afraid of the game anymore. Don't be afraid of the game of animating. No, don't be afraid of the game of drawing. Don't be afraid of the game of asking questions. Don't be afraid of the game of asking for help. Don't be afraid of the game of contacting the people that you admire. Don't be afraid of the game. Of all the crazy stuff that I've been saying the past days. Oh, don't be afraid of detaching from the game. Don't be afraid of stop being neurotic about your craft. Don't be afraid of enjoying your passion. Don't be afraid of being like, you know what? Today I want to have fun doing animation. Even though I have these big goals, I want to draw, I want to have this routine in my life so I can connect with my passion a bit more. What the heck is happening here? There you go. Looking at all of this crazy stuff here. And enjoy, dude. Enjoy the day. Enjoy the day. Enjoy the day. Enjoy every day. Enjoy every day. And that's also a message for me. That's also a message for me. Most of the time I live in the future. Most of the time I live in the future. But today I waked up, I listened to super beautiful music. I started it with Guns N' Roses. And everything is okay. It's okay. There you go, guys. Hope you like this video and see you in the next one. Oh, what do we have? We have this. We are progressing with the Inbetweens. We work on 2 Inbetweens and I didn't finish one of those. But there you go. I'll do it next time. Bye bye.